Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us as we have a discussion about California Giant's journey towards certification through True Zero Waste program. Today, we have Stephanie Barger, the Director of Market Transformation for True Certification. We have Eric Valenzuela, California Giant's Director of Food Safety and Sustainability, and Michelle Silva, our Food Safety and Sustainability Administrator. Again, thank you all for joining us. Eric, I'd like to start with you. If you could please give us a brief overview of Cal Giant's sustainability program and the goals that led to our becoming True Gold Zero Waste certified.
Of course, yes. So this whole process really began in the summer of 2018 when we approached a few of our growing operations on becoming sustainable. Throughout those discussions, we realized that if we're going to ask our operations on becoming sustainable, California Giant needs to also set an example as part of this overall journey. And so we just dived right in. We hired a Measure to Improve to assist us with this process. And together we began developing an on-farm program with a goal to achieve sustainably grown certification. We conducted several energy analyses at our cooling facilities by making simple, sustainable, cost-efficient changes such as the lighting or installing max cooling systems to improve the overall cooling efficiency. And when it came to our offices, well, it was pretty simple, and the only way to go was to become True Zero Waste certified.
Very good, thank you. I'll add to that, taking words out of your mouth from previous conversations, is we didn't want to leave our growers alone. We were pushing them and suggesting efforts on their part, some of which you just elaborated on, but we couldn't sit here at headquarters and not do anything ourselves. So that also participated to bringing True Zero Waste to us. And so Stephanie, if you could give us a brief overview of what True is, please.
Sure, and thank you so much. And we're so excited to be part of the farming community. Being a native Californian, I love farming and know how important it is to our economy. So True was developed by businesses for businesses. And so yes, the goal is to achieve zero waste, but more importantly, it's to eliminate wasteful activities. So whether that's the resources you're buying and materials, whether it's the finances that you're throwing in the dumpster, or whether it's the inefficiency with your staff because they're having to deal with excess packaging or just materials that aren't necessary and aren't able to close the loop. So our ultimate goal with True is to create a circular closed loop zero waste economy. And that is really based not only on diverting your materials, but on policies and practices, and especially training employees and leadership.
Wonderful, thank you. You've touched on it just a little bit, but what would you share are specifically features and benefits of holding the certification once achieved?
Sure. So number one is you're helping to be part of that solution and create that zero waste economy. Recyclers, if they don't have the materials and source separated materials, it's hard for them to stay in business. And therefore, it's even harder to create materials from recycled products. And also with our composting, we need valuable compost to go back to our farms and help save with water and everything. And so True really not only provides that closed loop, but it also provides other resources as far as training and just to get started on your journey to zero waste. So our certification, even if you're not getting certified, it's a great roadmap to follow. And so we encourage you to download all of our resources. They're free. Encourage you to just get involved in this global community, and it hits every single industry. And so we're just really excited once again to partner with California Giant.
Very good. Thank you for that. And I agree, you do have a lot of worthwhile information that not only can we implement here at work, but at home too. So I've learned a lot from that. Eric and Michelle, can you talk to us a little bit about the work that was required by Cal Giant that led to this certification?
Yeah. So for the work itself, we understood from the start that this effort cannot be achieved by any one person, but that of a team. This is when we created the Green Team, which consists of different employees representing each department here at California Giant. That includes marketing, sales, human resources, accounting, as well as operations. And a huge part of this certification process requires a lot of data entry and a lot of data recording. In gathering all this information from all different departments, as well as our vendors, and as well as working with the City of Watsonville Waste Management. But luckily, we had Michelle Silva to take on this really big task.
Yes, indeed, it is a very huge task. Tracking information is a task that has to be done daily. And as the person tracking this information, I have to be aware of all incoming and outgoing materials. That goes for every department, every office, every employee, and all our vendors. Being able to track all this information, like Eric said, it's not just on one person. It really involves all of the Green Team members, but also all the employees in our company. Once this information is all collected and input into our sustainability dashboard, this is where we really put on our thinking hats, and that's where we can really identify our current activities and see where we can reduce the need to recycle and reduce our waste into landfill.
Very good, thank you. Having seen it all, it is a lot of work, yes. Speaking of a lot of work, Eric, can you elaborate a little bit more on the hurdles and struggles that you experienced during the process that led to the certification? Obviously, if it was easy, everyone could do it. So, so tell us a little of those things that we had to overcome.
Well, so once we established the Green Team, it was basically time to rip that Band-Aid off by literally taking everyone's trash can from underneath their desks and basically replacing those trash cans with centralized trash cans throughout the office building in each and everyone's department, as well as the kitchens. And at first, everyone, of course, agreed to it. They thought it was great. But after a few weeks, that's when the struggles came in. Because, you no longer could throw your trash under your desk, but you actually had to get up, walk to the trash can, and put your trash in the correct bin for recycle, landfill, or food waste. That itself was an additional struggle to ensure that waste was put away correctly. But we created daily eco reminders as well as disposal tips that were sent out to all the employees via email and also posted on our TV screens to help bring awareness. So really throughout this journey, we made several sustainable, cost-effective decisions, such as the trash cans. Other examples include removing all one-time use cutlery and plates and replacing them with our replacing our dishwashers and water coolers to become energy efficient. But these decisions we made not only affected us, but our community as well. We encouraged all of our vendors and partners that we work with, in which most of them have committed to this change as well, to become sustainable and look at what they're doing to help reduce and reuse within their companies. So it's really that ripple effect that goes on.
Right. And Michelle, you participated a lot when it came to the purchasing of the office and the variety of departments. And I know that you check the dumpsters on a daily basis. Talk to us about some of those elements that you participate in that might not be a part of the fun stuff, but crucial to becoming zero waste.
Yeah. locking our dumpsters, I would say, was a big one. It sounds, easy, just throw a lock on it, but it's really not. You really have to coordinate with, we really had to coordinate with first of all, our janitorial staff. We went through a transition from janitorial personnel. So that was a big struggle, and also getting in tune with our waste management, I guess, drivers, dispatch, and their offices. So that was a pretty big hurdle.
Yeah.
Also for purchasing, that as well, we had to develop an environmental purchasing policy, and this policy is a guideline to support the purchase of reusable, recycled, and environmentally preferred products to minimize our impact and increase product efficiency and effectiveness, like I said before, to anything that we even bring into our offices.
Thank you. It's a lot of work. Stephanie, talk to us about once Cal Giants has achieved the certification, which we did just this June, what's the next steps? What's your advice to the groups that come to this stage, and what are our challenges ahead?
Sure. So technically, you need to submit every year your annual diversion data. So we want to make sure that you're maintaining that 90% or 92 or 95% diversion. But the ultimate goal is to have continuous improvement. And we've had many companies that have moved from silver to gold and gold to platinum. And I just love that your team here with Eric and Michelle, they understand the essence of zero waste. Number one is total participation. Everybody is on the green team, every department, every vendor, every service provider. And then also, if you're not buying back what you're putting in the recycling bin, you might as well not bother recycling, right? Because you have to create that demand in that market for all of those materials. And from doing this, you will continue to improve. So it's not only about maintaining your certification, but hopefully you're going to increase your diversion. You will increase your savings and hopefully even making money because you're source separating your recycling materials. And most importantly, you're not only changing the culture of your company, but all of those employees are taking it to their homes, their schools, their government, and really being part of the solution. And that is our goal for our company. So there is some technical things that you need to achieve every year and maintain, but more importantly, it's to grow and really change this economy.
Wonderful. And Michelle, I know you're working in a lot of those areas. Can you share with us what that is?
Excuse me?
Just share how you and Eric are participating and pushing Cal Giant towards the next steps. I know that you're focused big on education and communication. Yeah. If you can detail some of those efforts.
Our next steps are definitely to maintain our gold certification, which was pretty hard to achieve in the first place, but that's our first step, to keep collecting all the data for the next 12 months, recertify, and go for platinum this time. Pretty confident we can do that through our training sessions and like Eric said, we do have our daily tips, we have our quarterly zero waste email blast, our annual trainings. So we're only I only see the company and all improving. So
very good. And I believe some of our staff members are getting certified as a true advisor. Is that right?
Correct. That's Eric and I.
That's great.
It's a fun process to go through that, but it's definitely, it takes you back realizing a lot of those efforts that you did beforehand through the certification, and then going through the true advisor really puts things in place, and knowing how we got there and through all those challenges and where we can get to now platinum. So it's definitely been a good process.
Very good. And Eric, on the same line of becoming a certified True Advisor, including in that is giving advice to other businesses. So with that said, what advice do you give to other businesses who are interested in becoming zero waste certified?
Other than having to jump inside a dumpster?
That's your favorite part. I know it is.
Well, probably some advice I'd probably give other businesses wanting to achieve this certification is that once you've decided to become true zero waste, you must be committed from the top down. You know, set up a plan, determine your core values on how you can give back not only to your employees but to your local community. Becoming true zero waste is a ripple effect where you influence and become a leader in your industry and community as well as your home, as you mentioned before.
Very good. Thank you.
Of course.
And in closing, Stephanie, what advice would you give, or do you give, on a constant basis, I'm sure, what advice do you give to groups that are interested in seeking out more information to become zero waste themselves?
Yeah, so I think the most important step is don't get overwhelmed. It is hard, but it's very rewarding. So just take one small step. So, go to our website, start watching webinars, get involved in the community, and really that connection. So seek out your EPA administrator in the area. They have great programs, they give free advice. Seek out your recycling coordinator at your county or your city, and then bring everybody together, your janitorial service, your purchasing, so everybody internally and also everybody externally, and really make zero waste a team sport. And it's very beneficial. And I like to say also that zero waste is non-competitive. So bring together your competitors because it's going to be a win-win for everybody. If you can increase the value of cardboard in your area or increase access to food donations to feed those in need, or just even those odds and ends that you don't think anybody wants, but the school can use them, or an engineering department at a college. So, really just bringing the community together. And that's what I love about zero waste. And just once again, so thankful for California Giant in your leadership.
Oh, well, thank you. And that's wonderful advice. And you're spot on. That's, why we wanted to have this panel discussion and share it with our colleagues, because it's not a one-stop shop. It's we're all here to benefit Mother Earth as a whole. So hopefully everyone can learn from our example, and we are here to serve as a resource and answer any questions. And I know Stephanie, you and your team are there as well for future contact, and reach out if anyone has any questions.